Coach Pittman, appreciate you joining us today. How are you doing?
Guys, I'm doing great. Having a good day and having a good week.
I'm sure you are, and I feel that mirrors the way everybody else feels across this state, as you well understand that. So there's no game on Saturday. We don't know what we're going to do with ourselves. We might watch some of the Big Ten games, stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe we might just go outside and enjoy the weather. You got no game to coach on Saturday, so what is it that you will be doing?
Well, we're going to wrap up our practice Thursday evening, and our kids will lift on Friday morning, and then they will obviously go to class, and they're off the rest of Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday night for a COVID test. I'm going to Lake Hamilton. My wife and I are going to head down and set out on the lake and watch some games and just enjoy life. We bought a house down there for a reason, and we're going to go down there and enjoy it.
That sounds outstanding. That sounds like
super
perfect
yes,
weekend.
Absolutely.
Really, really does. At that moment, when you're sitting there with your wife on the porch looking out at the lake, do you think you might allow yourself a moment to glance back at what this first month of football has been like for your team? Because to me, you don't seem like somebody that is backwards looking, especially when you've got something to plan for right ahead of you in a game. There's no game on this weekend. So do you allow yourself a moment to just look at what this last month has been like for your program?
No, not really. And it's not because of that. It's just simply because every day of being the head coach at Arkansas, and I mean this, is awesome. I mean, we have problems we have to get fixed. That comes with the job. We have injuries we didn't know of, injuries that come up. We have COVID that comes up, all those stuff. But every single day that I've been here as the head coach at Arkansas has been great, and so will today, and so will Friday, so will Saturday. There's problems that come into it, but you just deal with them. But the bottom line is, I'm the head coach at Arkansas, and it's it really is an awesome feeling. So there's really no time to look back, because back would be no better than what happened in that particular day, to be honest with you.
Your interview with Scott Van Pelt on SportsCenter has gotten a lot of people across the state just excited, because you've made a statement nationally that you already made when you were hired. I think the day that you were hired at your original press conference, you had said this is going to be your last coaching job. And with the success that the has enjoyed in the first 4 games nationally, I think that is great for people to hear. What do you think that does for your players, for your program, when you make that sort of statement to say, look, this isn't a stepping stone. This is where I'm going to finish my career?
Well, I said it because I mean it. And like you said, I've said it before, and all those things. And I mean this, and I do. I just don't know where else I would go. What is better for the Pittman family than the University of Arkansas? And the answer is that it just can't get better. And so, I said it because I mean it, but I also said it for recruits to know that, hey, if you want to come here, we're going to be here. And I think that means so much on what somebody might look at a stepping stone, well, he'll go to X school, and then in 2 years, if he does well, he'll be at another school. Well, there is no better school for the Pittman family than Arkansas. And so I just wanted to make that public. Will it cost me $1 or $2 down the road? I don't know, but I make a lot of money, so I'm not in it for that reason. I'm in it to get this thing right and make people proud of the University of Arkansas Razorbacks.
Coach Sam Pittman here with us on Halftime. Coach, I think this bye week is coming at the most opportune time for this team right now, because we've had a lot of guys hurt. I'm sure you would agree with this bye week. It kind of gives time for like us fans to reflect on this, but I think for you and your guys, it's a good time for these next week and a half for these guys to get healthy and ready to go next weekend for Texas A&M.
Oh man, we had to have the bye. We were beat up, and Now, I believe that we can have almost our entire team healthy and ready for A&M, assuming COVID doesn't hit us too bad, But as far as the health of the team, I think we can get them back. And to be honest with you guys, that's what we're trying to do. We went in no pads yesterday. We did practice, and we learned in this COVID era in the walkthroughs that you can surely get great practices, tempo, and things and not necessarily beat each other up. And that's what we did yesterday. So it is a great time for us because we are beat up, but I think we're going to get back healthy. We need to do it this week and have good practices next week. So that's the plan.
I feel like there's probably a fine line for you and your coaching staff to walk because while you, like you just said, you want to get these guys healthy and get them ready to go, and hopefully at that point they should be healthy, while also keeping them in game shape and staying physical and continually to get better. How hard is it for you and your coaching staff to just kind of walk that line just that way you can, A, keep your guys healthy, but B, keep them in quote-unquote game shape?
Well, the game shape part of it is not a problem because the tempo of practice is identical to what it was when we were going in full pads. It's just the physical part of it's not the same. The transition's the same. The tempo of the practice is a tag off instead of a thud up. So those things haven't really changed. What we talked about this week is that we have to have we have to get our mental game in shape. We have to work our mind. We have to know everything about Texas A&M by the time we walk out of here and the kids get a few days off. And, of course, then we have an entire week to prepare for them. But we need to use these 3 days more than anything mentally than the physical aspect of it.
A lot of fans, and rightfully so, the defensive performance that this team has put on, that Barry Odom and his defensive staff has just been nothing short of remarkable. It's been incredible to watch these kids flying around to the football, and they said it several times during the broadcast this past weekend. It looked like you guys were playing with 12 guys on the field at times. What is it about Barry Odom's defensive scheme and his game plan that is giving those defensive kids so much confidence on game days?
Well, that they're able to adapt and adjust. I mean, you didn't see him play Mississippi State the same way that he played Georgia. And you didn't see him play Auburn the same way that he played Ole Miss. And so I think it's his ability to adapt schematically. Now, there's one thing to do that, and then there's another thing for your players to be able to do that. So it tells me that we have outstanding group of defensive communicators, defensive coaches, and then they give them specific tape to watch, whether it be splits of wideouts, back location, offensive tackles, how their stances are, all those things. And in those tapes, it's building confidence. Hey, if I see this, this is what's happening. Basically, we're trying to get them to play the play before the play starts. And they are building major confidence on that side of the football.
Well, and they're making plays, too. It's like at every level of your defense, whether it's at the line of scrimmage or the linebackers or your secondary, which I think has just been incredible, the secondary, and I'm not sure if I expected that. There are playmakers at every single level, and so there's the idea that, yes, they're being prepared a certain way, but whether it's, Hayden Henry jumping into the backfield as much as he did on Saturday, or Catalon with that hit on Elijah Moore, or Hudson Clark with 3 interceptions, or Zach Williams, the way he played against Mississippi State. There are just playmakers at every level of this defense. That coaching is great, but the kids are making plays.
What I'm most proud of is I don't know how many kids you just mentioned, maybe 5, maybe 6, and I was counting in my mind as you mentioned them, that half of them at least were not starters when the season began. So what you're seeing here is a little more talent than maybe even what I thought we had on the football team, and buy-in. In other words, you get Hayden Henry, who Bumper was out there, who the team believes in unbelievably. And then you go to Hudson Clark, and the team believes in him, and that helps him become even a better player. But you're right, the guys who have stepped in, they've done an outstanding job, but I think a lot of it is they know that the guy playing next to him certainly believes in him. And we talk a lot about, look, make the guy next to you not only believe in you, but make the guy next to you a better football player. And our kids have kind of bought into that.
How good has Traylon Smith been for this team? And to piggyback on top of that, how important do you think it is for both Traylon Smith and Rakeem Boyd to be rolling for your offense to be successful?
Well, to me, that's the key. Obviously, we have Felipe and, of course, Traylon Burks, but and a lot of other kids. But we have to establish a running game. And without Traylon Smith, at least possibly 3 of the 4 games that we played this year because of the health of Rakeem, we would be struggling major, or maybe even more than what we are running the football. We have to get to where we can run the football. I believe a healthy Rakeem Boyd will help that situation as well. But we feel like we have 2 starters back there in Traylon and Rakeem.
Coach, when you look at Felipe Franks, I mean, he seems like to me he's gotten better and better and more comfortable, it seems, with the offense each and every game. But stats aside, the leadership that this guy has shown throughout the first 4 games, I think for you as the head coach, you can't ask much more for your starting quarterback. And really, as you said, he's allowed you guys to start a program here at Arkansas.
He has. He's tough. He's smart. I think all of us expect him to make every throw, make every read, make everything because, he's Felipe Franks. He's going to make mistakes as well. But he certainly has been a strong leader on our team, not just on the offensive side of the ball, but on our team. When he stands up and talks, which is not often, everybody listens to him because they know it's coming from his heart, and they know that it's coming from thought. And I'm really proud of him, and he's really tough. And to me, he's a Razorback because he's tough.
Coach Pittman, one more question, and then we'll let you go. I know you got a lot going on today, including the radio show tonight at the Catfish Hole. So you and I sort of connect on a certain word that you even admitted, I think, the other day that you might say too much. The word is damn. But there is something in that word that people in Arkansas just have connected with as well. It's different if you say this is a proud damn state than if you just said this is a proud state. You know what I mean? Why do you think that people connect with it so much? And let me also add, please don't limit the number of times you say it.
Well, my mother, who was the most wonderful person I ever knew in my life, bless her heart, she's up in heaven right now, but I wouldn't say damn so much if my mother was still alive. I promise you. She'd take care of me, I promise you. But, I don't know why I say it. I don't know why I say anything. I don't know why I say turn the jukebox up when there ain't no jukebox in there. I don't know all that stuff. I'm just being me, and it's just stuff coming out of my mouth that I probably ought to watch out a little bit more. But when I say it's a proud damn state, it's a proud damn state. I mean, and so you're right. It just sounds better than proud state, and I don't want to offend anybody with the curse word, but I'm proud.
That to me.
And I am proud to be the head coach at Arkansas, and so I just say what I feel.
Coach, we need to get more out on the presser because the Turn the Damn Jukebox on was fantastic. I need that T-shirt that Nike sent you. We need to get that out for everybody else to buy. I need that T-shirt in my life.
Well, I need to put it on. I haven't put it on. I may wear that thing down the lake this weekend.
You need to.
Outstanding. Send a photo out on Twitter so we can all get a look. Coach.
No. I don't look too good.
Hey, we really appreciate your time. And, if you want to use the term proud, I know that your team has made every single Razorback fan proud for these first 4 games. And certainly we're excited about the future. Thanks for your time. Have a great radio show tonight.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Coach.